Good day. This is Jim. Sawlogs Plastic Hubs is my shop name. My channel name is Jim Deadman. Welcome to my machining videos that I'm putting out on YouTube for your pleasure, entertainment, and some education. Today's video will be whatever that the title of the video is that I'm working on. It's just a new kind of introduction that I'm going to put out there. A little bit about myself that maybe hasn't been put out in my other videos, just for general information for you guys. I'm a retired employee who worked in the machining area of Eaton Corporation for 40 years. So a lot of my time there was spent, about half of it was spent with CNC lathes, which I'm intimately familiar with. My early career, for about 3 years, I apprenticed in a local machine shop, and that's where I learned some of the basic skills that I use today. So my shop is something that I just work on projects, things I want to do here at home. So I hope you enjoy these videos. There's a lot of them I already have shot. We'll keep shooting more for you. There's things that you can do in your own home shop with minimal expertise, I'm going to say sometimes. I do take on some difficult little projects from time to time that's involved. Some of the things I do, I will be honest, it's probably more trouble than worth, but like I'm fond of saying, I'm retired and got more time than I have money sometimes. And that was part of the goal of setting this shop up, is to keep myself busy in my retirement. Because after spending so many years in a heavy overtime environment that I work for Eaton, this is a relaxation. I can come out and work 3 or 4 hours and walk away. So I try not to take on very many long, big projects for other people. I will if I'm pinched. If somebody asks me to help them out, I'll be glad to. So on today to today's project, whatever it may be. And I hope you enjoy the video and whatever I'm producing today. And like I say, enjoy. And if you like what you see, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And enjoy. You're looking at the first cuts to my latest project. Basically what I'm doing is making a camera mount to put the camera in for the flex mount that I'm building. Instead of finding an old tripod, I'm just going to make a base mount. So we're going to see if we can figure it out how. I'm just being lazy today. I'm going to use the same 3/4 cutter to do everything. I'm not really caring about the tracks. All I'm going to do right here is I'm just taking about 20 thousandths off this one side. I'm going to leave the other side actually what you consider a mill finish. Usually this plastic, this Derlin or acetyl is pretty good stuff, and usually it's really slick and fairly dimensionally stable, but this is used. This is something that comes from my old work, so it was to be thrown away, and it was actually made into something, and it's set outside and been beat up and everything else. So I've got plenty of thickness to work with, so I want one side to pretty well be true. So I'm on this side here is the side that's got all the, lack of a better word, just imperfections on it. So we're just cutting the imperfections off. Excuse me, because this is handheld, but if you'll notice how these mounts are made, they're square here with dovetails in each end and got a locking collar. So what we're going to do is mill this out and actually make this flat, make it another piece that we're going to bolt in with the dovetail. Be easier to machine. So now what I got to figure out how wide this gap is. Okay, well, so what I've done is I've calculated the center and figured the depth out. The way this mount's made, there's a dovetail that fits in the end. So what we're going to do is more or less the way this is being done now is I'm milling the slot out, then I'm going to cut a dovetail piece the bolt into the end of it. Because the way this mounts is this sets down in it. Then we got to figure out how to make a cam. So we're going to come out here and we'll check it. Alright, this is the base. This one end we're going to put the dovetail lock in. It will fit up in here. Actually, it will not. The dovetail will slide over like the original. Then we got to design and build a cam lock. That's going to be the trick. Okay, so now back to work. Let me make sure everything's going to work the way I want it. This is setup. What we're doing is we're cutting a dovetail. We're going to cut the dovetail by just putting the piece on the angle. I've used a 30-degree parallel to do this. So I'm doing right now, I'm going to kind of stop this, I want to move it a little over. And I'm going to set my X0 right there. So what we're going to have, so I'm going to come in and go to X0 and make a cut later on. Right now what I've done is also we've marked this in here. There'll be a little bit of a play because it's not going to be perfect. This piece you see here will bolt, it's been milled down to bolt onto the other. So this, because of the way this is made, you can't go in there and leave a back and cut the dovetail. How much you theoretically could, but to do that you'd have had left round spots. And I decided to make it two-piece in the back because it's just easier to machine. This is where we're at so far. This is the back dovetail you see me machine on the angle. And then this is the block. I didn't show this, but I just took a piece of Derlin and laid it up in there long ways and milled it. And kind of left it long because I'm going to clean all this right up in the mill. These screws, I apologize, I just eyeball throw them together. Actually, I had a plan only putting 2 in here on each end. When I went to countersink them, because I've done them on the drill press, the vice grabbed and pulled this one through. Mr. Bozo visited. So I just kind of lined them up, and after that point, throwed extra screws in. Then this is super glued here to hold this. So, and all the screws are Loctited, so this won't move. And so this is countersunk. This will be the base that sets on the arm. And this here will be the piece that the camera sets in. And I got one more milling piece to do on it, and that's to mill this up. I mean, I didn't, you know, obviously I'm going to set it up right quick and even all this up. Get better light this way. So basically what I did here is we set it up in the mill real quick, took a piece of paper and just set the milling cutter down about 3 thousandths. And all I'm doing, and I made this on purpose larger. It was all by design so I can make this all flush because of having to make it in these 2 different pieces here. So that was the whole process I thought out in my head. The only thing that I'm not saying, besides my Bozo mistake, and the milling cutter is now slowed down because I'm going to be going over these 1032 screws. And this way I have everything flush. You know, I'm having to work around constraints of how we got to machine this. So we're just using, like I say, this little old 1032 standard screws. They're countersunk at the bottom. I just done all that in the drill press and then video it, except the one that I screwed up. What happened with it was that the drill press grabbed, so I went ahead and left it in, just actually Loctited it in and run it to the bottom just for consistency's sake. So now we've got that milled off. What we'll probably do is take us a quick pass over them now just to clean up any. I'm just going to take a bump it just like that. See, I allowed about 3 thousandths, and then I'm going to take a little light pass over just enough to maybe knock all the stuff off. So that you see them little gouges I don't like and might have to live with before it went in and out of the screws. And we're going to try to clean that up a little bit. No use you watching. Okay, here's the finish. Now this is fairly flush. There's a little bit of a niche right here, but we're like the cutter sort of started crooked. But again, considering this is just the base, and the other one is probably injection mold. So now you see I've got the groove here for it to dovetail the thing. Now all I've got to do is make the block. You can see in the bottom where my mistake is. So that's how I put, but I just didn't want to look through at the top. So Mr. Bozo and I got together. I'm going to fit this to the camera and see how everything looks, and then I'm going to eat lunch and run to Shelby. Thank you for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed what we did here in the shop. I'm going to use a disclaimer. This is my method in my shop, what I deem to be the best method. But now, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And the comments who will give me, will be answered, and sometimes give me ideas how to be better at what we're doing and making videos. So, again, I'm going to thank you for subscribing, or thank you for viewing. If you're not a subscriber, please do, and join the people who are giving me some subscriptions to try to get to these magic numbers to grow the channel. I'm going to do videos where I ever get monetized or not, because I do the videos because I love them. But I would like to get a little chance at getting a little bit of revenue off the ads that you're forced to watch when you come to these channels on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, tell your friends, anybody that's interested, spread the word. And we'll see you in the next video that we're making something new and having fun in the shop. So enjoy.